So now actually think of what traders actually need. So Monday sessions are actually when we come to do things like that. Last session we talked about the power of the mind. That's what you see, what you believe, how it can actually prevent you from being a successful trader, or actually make you a successful trader. And next week we're going to be talking about excuses. Okay, excuses. Excuses are actually excuses that people actually make, and people actually convince themselves that excuses. Am I spelling this well? Excuses. Excuses are excuses that people actually make. Exquisites. I know I'm spelling it all again. So, excuse that people actually make to actually like make themselves not to be successful. Right? They just keep convincing themselves that this is their reality, this is their reality, and it just becomes their reality. An example of that is when someone actually believes that there's a curse in the person's family lineage, and the curse is that you know people are not going to you're not actually going to succeed in that particular family. All right. So as a result of that, now everybody, the kids will grow up believing that there's a cause, and the parents actually believe that there was actually a cause, and that's why the parents didn't actually achieve anything. The kids too, believing that there's also a cause to, would also not also achieve anything. So because that is actually what they what do you call it? They believe, all right, that's actually what they think about their this thing. And just like that, everybody will just grow up in the family feeling like, oh, there's no need to even hustle self. If I hustle, this course is not going to make me to actually go past this. And that excuse can also be like maybe with age, you feel like you're too old to learn this particular thing. And as a result of that, you just give up. And that one too can also be with education. You may feel, "Oh, because I did not go to university or maybe because I did not do masters, I will not be able to learn." There are different things like that that actually, make people actually not to even achieve anything self in life because of this thing. So next week, Monday, I'm going to be breaking it down, how to actually avoid it and all of those things, and how to actually like, cure yourself of everybody actually have excuses. Everybody actually has one or two, you know. So when I break it down next week, you're going to actually understand and you're going to actually now actually like get rid of them and actually, be very good. All right, so today's topic is actually on compounding. And what is compounding? Compounding, let me hide all of these things. See, compounding in Forex. So what is compounding in Forex? What is compounding? Compounding basically means when you're doing something and not withdrawing your profit from that particular thing. That is what compounding actually is. Right? So if I am with 100 naira, and every single day I'm making five naira, and I'm not withdrawing any of the money, I'm just leaving that five naira there. At the end of a certain period of time, I'm going to have a lot of money with myself because I'm not actually withdrawing the five naira. That's actually what they call compounding. So compounding actually is one of the wonders of the world. All right. When I say one of the wonders of the world is when I break it down right now, you're going to actually understand why it's called one of the wonders of the world. Compounding is the reason why people actually become billionaires. It's the reason why people actually become millionaires, right? People actually buy stocks and keep their stocks there. People actually buy S&P 500. People actually buy crypto and all of those things and leave them there. And then the profits will just keep compounding, 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 compounding. And at the end of like 5 years, they are worth over 10 million, 15. Also, the same thing too with Forex, right? There are different ways of trading Forex. Most persons would actually rather trade and withdraw, while some persons would do total compounding or partial compounding. I'm going to actually break both of them down. Give me a second. Okay. Albert Einstein said compounding is one of the wonders of the world. You know what it means when you say wonders of the world? Wonders of the world are things that, if you look at them, they're like very, very powerful, right? Very, very, very powerful. So I'm going to show you how you can grow $100 account from $100 to up to like $100,000 in less than 2 years. Yeah, I'll show you how to grow $100 account to up to 100,000. We're going to stop at, okay, we'll stop at $1 million. I'll show you how to grow $100 account to $1 million in 2 years with compounding. So let's see, all right, you start trading, and as you're trading, you're making 100% profit every month, all right? Now, I know as I say 100% profit every month, people are saying it's not possible to make 100% profit every month and all of that, all right? But if you can make 25% profit every week, even if you make 18% profit every week, you can actually make 100% in a month. All right, so let's assume you're making 25% profit every week, and then at the end of the month, you're making 100% profit. All right, 100% profit every month. It's possible. All right. So you start with $100. After the first month, your $100 grew from $100 to how much? Let me do month one. Your $100 grew from 100 to $200. Okay. Month two, your $200 grew from 200 to you make 100% profit again, it goes to 400. Month three, the same thing, you have $400 at the beginning of the month, you make same 100% profit and the money grows to $800. Then you have month four, where the account goes from $800 to $1,600. Then you have month five. Now, month five, now you already have four figures. You're going from that 8,600. You make 100% profit again. It goes to 3,200. Then you go to month six. Then you start with 3,200. Make 100% profit and it goes to 6,400. Then you go to month seven. You start with $6,400. Make 100% profit and it goes to $12,800. So in 7 months, you're growing your account from $100 to 12,800. And this was simply because every profit you made while trading did not withdraw. So when you grew your account from $100 to $200, you could have easily withdrawn $50 out of it or $70. Oh, let me use one to shalaye. Let me use one to take myself out. Let me use one to like get some things and. But instead of doing that, you left the money there, right? You left the money there. So at the start of the next month, you started with $200, which was your profit plus your capital from last month there. So you made the same 100% and you grew from 200 to $400. And you kept using that every single month. The account got 12,000 this thing. So you go to month eight, and month eight you have, let's say, 12,500. Okay. For ease calculation, remove $300 from this. 100% again goes to $25,000. Okay. Then you have month nine, and it goes from $2,500 to $50,000. Now, this is the period it takes for a woman to go from, you know, being 1 month pregnant to giving birth. Okay. This is month one, the month she got pregnant. This is month nine, the month she's giving birth. So if someone can actually carry a baby for 9 months, then that means you can actually also become consistent for 9 months to be able to do this. All right, it just involves not withdrawing profits. Okay, this is what they call total compounding. I'm going to show you partial compounding very soon. Month 10, it goes from $50,000 to $100,000. Month 11, $100,000 to $200,000. Then month 12, month 11, so 13 other $400,000, $800,000. I'll soon be done with what I'm doing. We'll stop when it reaches $1 million, okay? Yeah, month 14. Now, I used the 100% profit to calculate this, which is where you go from $800,000 to $1.6 million, $1,600,000. Right. Now, I use 100% profit. All right. 100% profit to calculate this. Now, in trading, you're not maybe going to make 100% every month. All right. Even if you make 100% this month, self, you may not make 100% next month. All right. You may make maybe 30% next month. The other month, you may probably make like 40%. The other month, you may make 10%. So your profit is not actually fixed to a fixed 100% profit. Even at that month, you may even get there, but you may not make profit. Maybe you may even hit the -1% drawdown, a 1% drawdown, two or three again. But what I'm trying to show you now, this is me calculating. Even if you're making profit every month, and you know we're doing the profits and you're trading on it, trading on it, trading on it, you can't compound. Even if you're probably making 50% every month. The only difference now is that with 50% every month now, profits, it's not going to take you 14 months to go from this to this. It's probably going to take you 2 years. But remember, before we get to the 1.6 million, we reached 10,000, but we reached $1,000. Imagine going from $100 to $1,000. That's absolutely insane. All right. Before we got to 1.6 million, we grew to $10,000. That was $12,500. Before we got to $1 million, we got to 100,000. So you see, it's a journey, but because you're trading and you're not withdrawing your profits, you are going. Now, what is partial compounding? Partial compounding is where you're compounding but withdrawing part of the profits, but not everything. So let's say, for example, now I can say, oh, I want to trade Forex. I know how to trade Forex, right? And I'm working a job. Okay. So I want to compound. But then when I get to a particular point, I want to stop working my job and I want to focus fully on Forex. So I can tell myself now in 6 months, I want to quit my job. So if I start trading with $100 and I make approximately 100% every month, month one, month two, month 3 months, yeah. By month seven, I would have quit my job. I would have made up like $10K. But once I made that $10K, now I don't want to work, I want to quit. But then if I'm quitting my job now, I would need to be getting money from somewhere. So the fact that I already have $12,500 in my trading account and I'm likely to make 100% every month, that means I'm likely to make up to $12,000 that month. If I make up $12,000 that month, obviously I can withdraw a certain amount of it, and that's going to be enough for me for that particular amount. That amount can just be $500. Right? It can just be $500. It can be $300. It can be 1,000. Right? But try to keep the withdrawals low. Right? It can be anything. I can even decide self that maybe when I get to 1,600, I'll quit my job. And then I'll be withdrawing $200 every month for my profits to take care of myself. So I have 1,600 and then I go to this, I make the moment I remove 200, you see, I'm left with 3,000. Then next month, I'll start with again $3,000. Then go it to 6,000. So you see what just happened now, right? I withdrew $200. Now this $200, I keep it somewhere. I used to stock everywhere, keep it in a particular account. $200 is about 330,000 naira. Yeah, so partial compounding is where you're like taking out of the profit, not everything, out of the profit. So if you're someone who wants to see it just 5 months to grow from this to this, just 4 months, 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 months, this person grew from $100 to 1,000. And from this 1,000 now, the person could actually quit his or her job because at this particular point now, having 1,000 in your account, if you make 100%, that's 3 2. You can easily withdraw $200 and your account will not be shaken. And then you can keep doing that over and over and over again. So at this particular point now, by the time you move $200, the total and partial compounding, the one you choose to depends on you. All right, depends on you. But usually, we do not do partial compounding except if you have like like let's say 1,000 above in your account. If you're doing partial compounding when you have $200 in your account from month two, so month two, you grow your account from 200 to $400, all right? Then you withdraw $200 out of it. If you withdraw $200 out of it, where are you back to? You're back to $200 again. So month three, you start month three again with $200. You go it again to $400 again month three. You withdraw $200. Month four, you're back with just $200. Go with 200 to 400 again. You withdraw $200 for expenses month five. So before you start doing partial compounding, make sure that you at least have 1,000 plus in your account. All right. And when you're doing partial compounding, the more you withdraw, the slower your compounding grows. So if I'm doing partial compounding now and I have 1,600 and then I make 100%, let's assume that, and then I have 3,200. Then after 3,200, I now can withdraw 1,002, leaving me with just 2,000. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm starting with 2,000. So you see, what's the difference between 1,600 and 2,000? Now this one they go to 4,000, and then I've left with 2,000, 1,002. You see, this process now, if you're withdrawing huge amount of what you're compounding, you can do it too. If you withdraw the amount of money you withdraw from your profits, which you compounded the previous this thing, the slower your compounding results will go, the slower you're going to go. So that's why so banks even wait till the account won't hit 10K. So once the account hit 10K, that's when they'll start doing partial. Plus, everybody wants to make trading a full-time job. It's very convenient to sit down at home and press laptop all day. Very convenient to like withdraw profits you made from pressing laptop, and you withdraw into the millions. Right? But for you to actually do that now, there has to be a technique. You can't just go and say you want to quit your job now, start trading for it when you're not making anything from forex. That can sustain you. Because if you do that, SAP come and visit you. So first of all, you can use this compound method. When I compound to four figures, I quit my job. Probably job is paying like 100K, 150K. Quit my job. And then I'll be drawing 200. 200 is double of what I was being paid at my job. If I'm getting 320K every month and I was earning 150K for my job, that 320K, I should be able to live more comfortably. And I have 1,600, which I can keep compounding. I can keep compounding from that. I don't have to worry about anything because I'm living off my laptop. Do you understand? That's how compound actually works. Now, there are different styles of trading, like I've actually said earlier. One of the styles that is very, very nice is where you trade and withdraw profit every week, every month. The reason why that one is nice is because lots of traders are not actually disciplined. When I say lots of traders are not actually disciplined now, when they see profit in their accounts, right, it makes them feel like they can risk more. So for example, now, if I start with $1,000 now, and well, let's say I start, yeah, 100, and let's say I start with $1,000 now, and this month now I probably make like, well, let's say this week I probably make like $500. Now next week now I'm with 1,500. lots of people are going to have this crazy risk in their mind where they feel like, oh, they have $1,500 now, so they will now forget their risk management. Every single thing they are meant to do, they will now go and start over leveraging and everything. And then as a result of that, now that next week now, they will now go and lose the whole $500 profit which they made. And then they're not starting from a fresh to third week. You guess it's a particular psychological trap that lots of people use to face. So that's why a very good way of trading is withdrawing your profit every week. But if you want to like, make millions very, very much from trading, you should consider compounding. Because compounding is going to give you a whole lot of money. And so now, in order for it to actually compound now, lots of distractions actually come in. Um, you cannot compound the funded challenge. That's one thing you should actually know. Because they have a drawdown rule, and their drawdown rule is mostly not account based, it's equity based. So what does that actually mean now? Account account based now is that if I have a $10,000 funded account and I go the account to 10,500, right? Or let's say 10,200, let's say 12,000, right? My drawdown now, instead of 5%, should be 5% of the 12,000. But no, the 5% now is going to be 5% of that same $10,000 account I got initially. You understand? So as a result of that, I cannot compound because my drawdown is not increasing as my account is increasing. So you're doing a funded challenge now to compound. You need to actually like withdraw profit from the funded challenge and have a separate account for your compounding. Now, if you want to compound, make sure you have a trading journal because it's going to help you keep track of what you are doing. What do I mean by keep track of what you're doing? So if you have a trading journal now and you're trading, okay, and you withdraw, let's say you don't have a trading journal now, you're trading and you're withdrawing your profit every week. So let's say you start with $1,000. This week you make $200, you withdraw $200. Next week you make $400, you withdraw the $400. Next week you make $50, you withdraw it. You see, you're not going to over leverage anything because every single at the start of every single week here with your $1,000, and you know that that $1,000 is your money, is your money. Even if in 1 month you're probably withdrawing like, $900 or $1,000 already, because you're starting with $1,000 next month, it's your money. Be very careful, right? But with compounding now, the profits look like additional money for you. If you start with $100 now, in 3 months, you've made it to 1,600. Now you feel like I start with $100, so $1,500 in my profits. You will feel like risking anyhow on that money, right? But if you have a trading job and you will not even be able to keep track, you may not be able to keep track of how this is going up and how it's going down. But if you have a trading journal now, you can actually journal your trades for accuracy, monitor your profits in percent. Do you understand? So the trading journal now, you can monitor your profits in percent. Now you see that your aim now is to make 25% every week here, which is 100% in a month. Right? Without the trading journal now, if you're withdrawing your profits, obviously you can easily be disciplined. But without the trading journal, if you're compounding, it's not going to be the same thing. But with the trading journal now, you can journal your trades so you can see your accuracy. So let's say you start with 100 and then at the end of the 2 months, it has probably like 400. You're trading and you're recording everything. At any point in time when your accuracy drop below the average accuracy you're actually expecting, you can stop trading on your compounding account because you need to actually understand that in trading there are different phases. I've explained that over and over and over. I haven't explained that with X strategy. I explained it for December, how it works during Christmas and New Year, and how it stops working by February ending. You understand? So if I'm trading 1,000 and I'm doing profit every single month, when I get to a phase whereby my model probably stops working for a while, I can notice that my account has gone from $1,000 to like let's say $900, and I'll be so cautious and I'll stop trading. But then if I'm compounding and then I go from 100 to like $1,600, all right, and it stops working for that particular period, I may go from that $1,600 to like $700 before I now finally figure out that my account is going down. because I'm not able to keep track of, oh, it's 1,000. Oh, you understand? You get, because, but if I have a journal now, I can easily see everything. I can see that at the end of this week, I didn't make any profits in percentage. Rather, I lost 5% in percentage. I lost 5% because on my journal, I can notice from accuracy that my accuracy reduced from 50% on MT4 to 20%. So after that week now, I'm on a drawdown of, let's say, 5%. So 5% drawdown on $1,600 is not much. It doesn't look like much, especially when you start from $100, right? Times 5%, 0.05. That's just $80. So 1,600 minus $80 is 1,520. So if I start with 100 and I've already grown to 160 and then I have a drawdown of 5%, normally my account will be at 1,520. But that 1,520 now, my mind, because I started with $100, I would be like, yeah, I started with $100, I'm still at 1,520, I'll be happy. I'll still feel you, and I'll keep going like that till I probably lose something significant. Because now from my journal now, I can see that I have lost 5%. It's just $80, right? But that 5% now will make me cautious. Why did I lose 5%? This one. I'll start asking some questions. I'll start being careful. You understand? And if I have a trading journal now, apart from having a trading journal, so I also have a trading plan too, written at the first page of my trading journal. And my trading plan can say anything 10% stop trading. So if after struggling for 3 weeks, I now hit this 10% drawdown, hmm, hit the 10% drawdown, I'll stop trading. And you know what 10% means? 10% basically means that my account has grown from 1,600 to, just see how small it's going to be, to 1,440. So if your account go from 1,6 to 1,440, do you know what that means? That means you've lost 10%. But because of you started from $100, it will look like you've not lost anything, you've not lost much. But do you know what 10% is? It's not small. So you see, if you want to compound now, you need to make sure you use a trading journal and you need to also have a trading plan. So when you stop it. Because now once you get to this point now, I can stop trading and then check, oh, China is fighting with USA. So they're having trade wars. It's not my fault. It's not my strategy's fault. It's just the market at this particular point in time. So what do? You pause trading for a while and wait for the rhythm of the market to return. When you pause trading on your live account, that's the account check compound. You can still be trading on demo. All right. You know, you can also even fund a $10 account set for you actually like playing on, trying to like flip it, things like that. It's news and all those crazy things. But you know how long it took it to go from this to this. So you cannot actually risk it. All right. Some persons will go from this to this in 8 months. All right. But they will still be thinking that they started from this. So when they're actually starting the next month, 25K, this they will go and lose 20% of their accounts, but they will not actually feel it because they are comparing it to what they started with, which is $100. So when their account drops to 20K, which is 20% drawdown, they will like, after I start from $100, I'm still good. For 20% drawdown, are you serious? Do you get it? So with the trading journal now, you'll be able to actually keep track of everything, how it's going up, how it's going down, to be able to protect yourself very well. Do you understand? So that's just basically. Then, before I wrap up this session, there are times where you trade, there are seasons when you trade, and seasons when you observe. I personally believe that with every single trading season, there are always ways you can actually trade the forex market. There are always going to be edges, whatever. Like this period now, there's a strong accusation that's actually going on. They're saying that US Trump is doing insider trading. So basically, for accusing him that he's giving people information on what it's about to do. So see periods when USD card moved by 300, 270 pips in just less than 1 hour. which is crazy. It takes the market weeks. Sometimes 1 week for it can move like that, but in just less than 1 hour, it moved that. So they observe and they realize that their people actually opened positions, multiple positions, like 10 minutes before Trump dropped that announcement. And not just only on Forex, but also stocks, NASDAQ, S&P 500, on gold. So like these people actually were aware that Trump was releasing this in 10 minutes. So they actually entered, and once the thing came out, 270 pips, they ate everything, growing little amount to huge amount of money. But you're not meant to know this thing because they are breaking news. It's not like they are telling you that they will restart it by this particular time, but how this actually know? You understand? You get so there are ways, but before you figure out that way, because when it comes to forex, it's not like once it changes and then it's a different market, it take you time to be able to like spot the edge in that different market. But once you're trying to spot that edge, you shouldn't be spotting that edge on your account that you've been compounding since. You should be spotting that edge on your demo account. So your live account will be observing what's going on without you trading, while your demo account. So once you trade and get something that is very accurate on your during that particular season from your demo account, maybe you've done it for like 2 weeks, you're recording like up to like 20% profit every week. It's very consistent from backtesting and everything. Then you now move from that demo account back to your real accounts. Okay? You now move from your demo account back to your real account. So in that way now, if you traded from month one to month four, you traded from month one to month four, and then you hit a particular period like this. You understand what I'm saying, yeah? So if you start from month one to month four, that's it started from December, and you got to April, March ending, and then March ending was when Trump came to do tariff and everything. You cannot lose everything from here to here, right? Because you have a trading journal, so you're monitoring everything, your profit and your accuracy. Once it drops and you have hit a drawdown of 10%, you stop trading. So once everything settles or you get on that edge again that works with this particular period, this particular chaotic period, I don't know what the edge can actually be, then you continue from here. So let's say you had a 10% drawdown now. So this is your month five now. You're not starting with 1,600. You'll be starting with 1,400, 1,450, because you lost 10% when the market was shaky. You understand? And from this to 2,000. But you see, it's way more better than you just allowing your emotions go through everything and then burning from here to here. Because if you burn from here to here, trust me, your psychology will be very, very much affected. Okay. This session is actually recorded and you can actually use it and watch the recording over and over to you, internalize every single thing I'm talking about here. So then you can go from here and then within like the next 5 months, you can get to this particular point. Then probably when you get to that particular point, you've gone to $100,000 now, and that thing can also happen too. The market is constantly changing. It can even be a pandemic. Who knows? Because China and US are fighting. China does not like US. China may release a virus. They released COVID, it came from China. Most of these things come from China. So they may engineer a new virus, and they release it, to US. And then once that happens again, markets will change. The way it's moving now is the same way it's moving that period and everything. That period maybe hit your drawdown again, 10%. I can't go from 100K to 90K, you stop. You go back to, you understand? So you see, just understand those phases and everything. But to go from this to this, definitely, you understand? But there are going to be pauses along the way. It's not like every month will just be like this. Yeah, and also, profit is profit. Even if it's only 50% profit you're making on average every month, it compounds. Even if it's only 10%, it compounds. You know, you can really compound yourself 50% profit every month. 50% profit every month basically means you are making 12% every week. If you make 12% every 10% every week, that's 50% a month. 10% every week basically means you made 2% on an average every day. All right. If you're risking 1% of your account and you're catching 10%, 1 to 10, that's 1 to 10. If you catch 1 to 10, that's giving 10%. So only from one trade you won, you've already hit your profit target for that particular week. So you see it. All right. So that's basically for the session. If you got value from this session, help me drop value on the group chats. And I'm going to drop the recording of the session before 12 p.m. If you got value, drop value on the group chat. So when I drop the recording, you'll be the first to actually access it. Go through the recording very, very well. Understand every single thing I talked about. And see you in the next session. Thank you very much for joining the live session. And see you guys on the next session. Have a lovely, fantastic, and beautiful day. Bye.